Hey guys, welcome back. The title of this video is going to be the compound interest investing myth. The compound interest investing myth. What do I mean by that? Well, after this video, if you could, take a look and go search compound interest in the YouTube search bar and you'll see what I'm talking about. You've got YouTubers that are mixing investing with compound interest. All right, I want to talk about that in this video. So, compound interest, right? What is that, right? It's an interest rate that you get as a return on an instrument like a savings account or a savings bond, right? What's the key term that's used in those two instruments? Savings, right? It's not called an investing account when you open up a bank account. It's called a savings account. It's not investing, okay? And in those type of instruments, you get an interest rate. Sometimes it's fixed, sometimes it's variable, right? Sometimes interest rates, they change, especially in this market, right? So interest rates you can accumulate in your savings account and it compounds. It can be very little if you're in a low interest rate environment, or it can be pretty decent like it is right now, right? So coming back to these videos that are talking about compound interest and investing, they're doing their audience a big disservice. Let me tell you why. People should be educated properly on what's going on in the stock market. What should these YouTubers be calling their videos? They should be calling them compound valuation and investing, okay? The stock market is about valuation, not compound interest. No one uses that term on CNBC or the finance apps out there. You're not going to find a compound interest rate on a stock. Let me know in the comments below if you do. If you can find me a stock on Yahoo Finance that has compound interest, let me know, right? What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin's an investment these days, right? It's up to 100K. What about Bitcoin? Does it have a compound interest rate? You know? I think what the YouTubers are doing is they're using that term because everyone kind of understands it. It's the layman's term for understanding how to compound wealth. And they're mixing it in with investing, which I think is a huge disservice, to be honest. I think it would be better to teach people who don't understand finance what the stock market really is. It's a valuation system. It's an auction for people to bid and sell into a specific valuation, right? Money managers, hedge funds, they buy and they sell based on valuation. And sometimes that valuation they're estimating is going to compound for them, right? Let's say a stock is $10, right? And they think it's going to go to $20. Now, they don't look at the dollar amount, to be honest. I'm just giving you the layman's example of this. $10 to $20 is 100% compound increase, okay? Now, the big dogs, the money managers and hedge funds, they look at valuation. They don't look at the price. They look at the valuation based on cash flows, okay? And a lot of other metrics, right? Growth rates, cash flows, PE ratios. There's all these metrics that stocks are valued on, okay? Now, you know, you could argue that if a stock gives a dividend, then maybe you could kind of tie in compound interest, but it's not interest. A stock dividend is not an interest rate, okay? There's a yield on that dividend, okay? That rate changes day after day because the valuation changes. If a stock goes super sky high and a company issues a dividend, that rate is going to get lower and lower and lower, okay? Because it's based on valuation. It's not, there's no fixed interest rate in the stock market. So this compound interest rate, it's just another gaslighting technique to get people to watch these videos that it's not giving people good education on it. You know, I've always been confused about that. Like, I've heard this compound interest over and over and over my whole life. And then when you get into the stock market and you really dive into it, there's no such thing as compound interest. It's called compound valuation. Okay, get it right, YouTubers. And all the YouTubers that want to call out the other YouTubers, go for it, man. Take this video and run with it. Honestly, it's the truth. Let's stop gaslighting people and tell people what it really is. Okay, so it's something to be aware of. I think it's something we should talk about more. Valuation, it's what matters. There's a metric in the stock market, if you don't know, it's called the market cap. That's the market capitalization. It's the number of shares times the stock price. That's how you value a stock. That's the first metric you want to use to value a stock, right? There's lots of other metrics you can use as well. We can probably go into if we want to get into more advanced topics. I'm not, you know, I don't have an MBA. I don't know all the aspects of the stock market, but I understand that one. It's pretty simple. Market cap is the first thing you should look at. You should compare companies' market caps with each other because that's what's going to compound for you when you invest. Okay, so let's repeat what we had in this video. We talked about there's a difference between savings and investing. Saving and investing. And what is that difference? One has compound interest, one has compound valuation. Okay, I think that's important to remember. Tell all your friends. Why not? You know, let's teach each other about these things, right? When somebody says, oh, you want to invest in the stock market, you're going to get a bunch of compound interest. Let them know. Send them to this video. Say, hey, there's no such thing as compound interest, bro. It's compound valuation. Get it right. You know, let's talk about things right. So anyways, it was just another pet peeve of mine, along with the previous video I did on 100K to 1 million is so easy, right? It's the same kind of gaslighting that people out there are doing. They're mixing terminology in the wrong place, okay? So anyways, a little bit of ramble there. I just want to thank everyone for coming, watching the video, and take a look at my previous video on the 100K to 1 million. It's kind of an interesting one. And everyone, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.